Hello, it is Saturday, December 31st, 2011 at 10:17 p.m. And this morning I was up later than I intended to be, or I guess earlier is a better way to put it, because my videos have been taking some of them over an hour to upload. And so I just so happened to be awake for when the morning Terminator beams came through, which is not normal. I made a video and I'm going to try to record it here. I know the time's different because it was this morning. But you can see them coming through here in Florida. I'm going to try to talk to this after the fact, so we'll see how we do. You're going to see two cursors running around probably. But something that's really interesting is that whenever these things reach out, somehow I think they're taking in energy, because is what seems to be what happens when those beams come through. Is there's an energy burst. I've heard all kinds of different reasonings, but none of them make sense, because look at the reaction that took place. We're going to go look at the individual ones now. This is the Key West. This is at 12:25 UTC is the ending of the loop. And starting at 10 UTC. Well, nope, starting sooner than that. Like 08:45. Let's see, it takes a couple times to load all the way. Like 12:25, and you can see the beam coming in, and that's what I call the Terminator beam. And look at all this. Did you see all that? This whole area here, really highly, way at the top of the scale, I guess is a way to put it. And something new that's been showing up is all this clutter. Only it's not, because it's more than it's ever been. And I've been calling it stardust, because I think there's particles in the air that weren't there before, and that's why this is reacting so violently. I haven't really seen this reaction too much on the evening Terminator beams, and I don't know why, but I'm never up in the morning to see them. So, and these are making those little circles. Like, I made a couple of videos in Texas, and someone said they were bats. They're not bats, because I don't think there's bats in Florida. Maybe there is, but they don't make like a horseshoe shape. I also learned to manipulate this a little bit by zooming in, so I was able to zoom in better for you here. See, the Terminator beam comes. Well, no, actually the explosion started before the Terminator beam. See, it's highly excited. It goes off, and then the Terminator beams, and then they switched it to precipitation mode. Here's the mode down here. So it starts out in clear mode. The beams come and it switches to precipitation, which makes it not look as severe. It cuts back on the appearance, because it doesn't look like there's any other weather around. Just whatever's in the air there. And this is Melbourne, Florida. And this has something interesting in the air around here. See it? And that's actually right where the Terminator beam comes in, right in that area. The Terminator beam was always at a right angle to the sun, and I'm wondering if somehow it's able to capture some of the sun's energy. Because I've been noticing that it seems to be taking energy from wind farms, so I don't see why it wouldn't be able to do the same from the sun if they're both putting off electromagnetic energy. And this one is Jacksonville, Florida. And that you're not getting as violent. Well, no, it's in clear mode to start. The beam comes in right here, and then they switch it to precipitation mode, so it doesn't look like such a big explosion. You can see the scale will change. It reduces the sensitivity of the Doppler is what it does. This is Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. And this has a bunch of tight little circles. Right there, see, they show up right at the beam. So it's in clear mode, the beam comes in and it doesn't switch off of clear mode. Well, it stops at the point of impact. Well, so maybe they didn't get a chance to switch it yet, I don't know. See, there's just little individual circles And I don't know why, unless those are areas of, something that would accumulate a charge, or an electrical area that would absorb. Maybe it's coming into the radar and going out to the electrical sites around that general area, maybe. This is Charleston, South Carolina. We're in clear mode. Beam comes in and it doesn't really change that much. And it stays in clear mode the whole time. So that's it. Those are just some ideas. God bless you. Have a good evening. Have a good new year.